Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here. We are going to continue with our junk journal. I believe this is going to be part 3, and this is the Darling digital download that I'm using. We did not coffee dye our papers. We still added some papers. We are going to do some vintage photo inking. Some things we are not. But again, just keeping things where they're at. So what I want to work on today, I mean, we did some ephemera. We have a belly band here. We created a wraparound using some of our book pages. And then we created a tag. And then also we have a pocket there or a tuck on it. And then this can actually sit right in there like that. I actually want to work on the cover when it comes to this piece, but I want to create the backdrop. So first what I'm going to do is literally just tear. So I've got that, and now I'm going to come down on the other side. And I want to tear that. I want to make sure that edge is off and that. So this, all right, so this is my back. And that's what I'm going to do. So I want to set that. Now on this one, I'm going to do that. I find it's awesome to tear your pages. Now, I think for this one, I'm going to make that meet. And I'm going to put that one and that one on the back. Again, it just gives something to the back. Some interest, just something to look at. I'm going to grab my glue stick. Now again, you can ink those. You don't have to. I am a fan of it. So I'm just going to come down lightly along the edge. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to put my glue stick. Now I am going to come off the top. So I want this to sit like that. And then I'm going to open this up because I was off camera there, I'm sure. And then I'm going to fold that over. When I do just love the wrapping over, and of course this is all clogged up. All right, let's do this. There we go. Just wrapping paper over, it just gives it some interest, some difference. And I'm going to do the same thing here, just very lightly. And I'm going to do the same thing. So this is going to kind of be the base. Now this is all that I'm going to do to the back. And again, I'm going to open that up and then just flip that piece right up. Just gives a little something, something. And that's what our back looks like. And now I just want to see, and I think I'm going to put that one there. And now I just need a couple more. So I got that. Oh, and we need to do that. And again, I'm just removing that white edge. Now this here, I do want to sit right on the edge. I am not going to flip that one over because then my writing would be upside down and it would drive me crazy. All right, now let's tear that one. I like that, just like that. But we're going to offset it. Now this one I will fold up into the page. Okay, we're going to move those. Put that there. Open her up. We'll flip that. This is going to be even. Okay. And I am okay if it hangs over. We're gonna wrap that around just a little bit. And then this here, I think I'm gonna have that one do the same thing. Just kind of come up. I'm going to open that up and I'm going to flip that down. Now, if I wanted to, there was a piece. There we go. I can take that one. And just add that to the inside. I'll make it look like a continuation off of that. Again, it just adds something to this. Now, what I'm going to do is pick up this string. I'm actually going to push that paper through. I don't know if you can see that. Because the string will keep moving and might set it, make it tear or something like that. Now, that's not our complete cover. Now, what I'm also going to do is I wanted to grab one of these. Now, these are thread bobbins. I'm going to cut this out. I actually want that black line to come off. And I'm going to place this onto some white cardstock just to make it a little thicker. But I also wanted this one because of those berries. I am in love with that blue. I think that was the same color that I used to sew the journal together. Okay, again, just a little bit. Because I can't resist. Okay. So let me get this on this. And I am going to cut this out as well. So I just want to get that down onto the cardstock. And I'm going to cut that out. Now I want to not that one. I want this to have a lot of white. But just to create those differences. And the rough edges. So I'm going to put that like that. And then this is going to kind of match up with that piece there. So I'm going to line that up. Take that straight up. So I have that break, but I have that splash of color there. I need to keep remembering I don't have to lift. I'm always zoomed. All right. Now, if we go back to this, so I'm just going to cut a thin border around this. And what that's going to do, by me keeping the white, is it's going to make this stand out. If I don't, I may lose it, or it may get lost on the cover with everything that I have going on there. And again, we don't need perfection. It's okay if things are not even. All right. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put a strip of double-sided tape on this. Actually, I'm going to put a couple. Oh, maybe a few. All right. And I'm going to lift those. I'm actually going to use the same thread. See, that's why I put more than one, because I always tend to rip one off. We're actually going to use the same threads that I used to sew the signature. But I want to wrap this around this piece. And I'm going to keep on doing this, but making sure it stays flat. And I'm just going to keep on coming around. And then push that down into the tape. And I'm going to lift this, and on the floor it goes. All right, here we go. So just to give the illusion that we have string that's going around the thread bobbin. All right, now what I'm going to do is, now I'm just going to cross over just to give it difference. All right, now I am going to secure that there and then cut, because that is what's going to sit there. Okay. And again, we can just have that coming off like that. Now I do want to find a piece of muslin, just one piece. Okay, so let me, oh, not that, oh, not that. I'll be right back. Okay, found what I was looking for. I always kept my scraps for this when I was a big sewer. I like to say sewer. Yes, I did make quilts, but I never did the actual quilting. I always had somebody else do that. I think I'm going to do that, because this way I can rip it. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, see, I even rip material. Nothing sacred. Nothing is sacred. And yes, I do save all of those pieces. But I love the straggles. I love all of these pieces that you get. I try not to pull too many of them. Look, I just think that it adds. But to have that as the backdrop, and I think I'm going to have it go like that. And then I want that to sit there. And we'll have that glued down solid. There's always things that we can add. because that is the beauty of the kit. And what's great with this bar, I think it is like the exact shape. Very carefully. I just want to take off a very thin edge because this will be the backdrop. And again, very lightly. I mean, I am barely touching this. And since this is just the perfect height, I just like that, just to frame that. And then I'll do this side. I'm not worried about the other side, because that's going to be hidden underneath. But I do like that. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac for this one. I want to make sure my strings are all out. I'm going to tap that down. Now I'm going to flip this over. And I do like the edges to get worn. I do not, there's only certain things that I will make sure is absolutely flat. But I like it when these corners curl up, or they fray up, or this here gets torn up just a little bit. I think it adds character. Again, it's a book or a diary on steroids, however it is you want this to be, that's going to be used. So to have that look to it just makes it look better. And again, I want to put that there. Now this, I am going to use, again, my Fabri-Tac, and I'm going to put a little bit more than normal on that. Because I don't want this to curl up, so to speak. And I'm going to put this towards the bottom. And I'm going to hold that down. Just for a moment or two. And I'm going to shake the camera just a little bit. Because I do want to make sure that she's down on top of that. I think I'm going to dig in I love these tickets. I just want to see what these would look like if I had them sitting there. Too much of the same. I try to have, I don't want to have the same images, so to speak. Oh, I love these right here. So I'm going to cut these two of the bottom out. I love the way that it's just the print, and you can choose which ones you want to go with, the way that she's laid those out. And I'm also going to take this one right here. Now we'll cut these out. So you can see just the differences that I have. And yep, you just watched me switch my scissors. I usually use my long shears for more straight cuts. Stuff like this, I usually pull in my smaller ones. Again, just a little bit on the edge. I already did that one. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this up. It's okay if I do that. And I'm just going to layer these up on top just to come out of the top. And that's going to be the cover for this. Since I am going down onto material, I am going to use my Fabri-Tac glue. And we're going to put this one in next. And then this one's in last. All right. I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to real quick, oh, this is going to be amazing. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to see. Nope, not with this one. I can't. I'm hoping I want to get all right. It's all right. Now I put a hole on top of that. I am always one. It never fails. I do things after the fact, which is, you know, kind of funny. Or I should say normal. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on this because I just want that corner to go down. And then I am a fan of charms, very much so. And the charms that are my favorite are the wings. It's just something I've always just been attracted to. Keys are usually good ones as well. And I am also a huge proponent of the infinity sign. So you can see I have those 3 things there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put them on a pin. And again, it just adds something to it. You know, just something different, basically. Now I think I'm actually just going to add that and that. And I'm going to do it with a paper clip. Because if I do this, you can see now how that just hangs there. All I have to do is add my charms. And now she'll dangle. And that is now a piece that can come off and be used throughout the journal as well, if they want to do that. That's why I have that working this way. Now what I can also do is take the larger, hole's not big enough, but what I can do is if I put this on here, I can push her on like that if I wanted to. But that'll just help me to know that I want to put that in there. So very interactive. And that is our cover. So at least our cover's done. That I'm going to leave that alone like that. Again, we have that piece that sits there. And we'll just continue to add more pieces to this. So I hope you enjoyed just the way that I throw together, literally, a cover. Again, just focusing, this journal is just focusing on a digital download. And again, it is called Darling, and it is by the Antique Paperie Etsy store. And of course, as always, I will have it linked down below in the video description. She has many wonderful other kits available as well. So again, just creating it, not really getting into too much of a coffee dyed, but just knowing that by using a digital download, you have everything that you need, that you can create your pieces to put them together for your junk journal. As always, things linked down below. Hope this gave you some ideas. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below as well. Thank you so much for spending just a little bit of time with me today. I am truly grateful and excited when people do that. I really do appreciate that when people do stop by and like the videos. Hopefully I'm giving you some ideas, some tips and tricks on how you can put either your junk journals together or just work with papers in general. I do hope everyone is enjoying their day as always, but remember what's most important for me, everyone, always and every day. Be creative. Till next time.